I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, a book series or extra long novel. It opens with a woman trying to kill herself. She says, "I don't know why I tried to do this," and by way of explanation tells her life story. We are in book 2. This is another rewrite of the schizophrenia / bus sign scene and the Halloween party scenes with some additions. Previous to this, in the manuscript, Ava began traveling to art museums to sketch, dealt with professors hitting on her. In modern times, she wrote about her directionless mother and how Ava would have to be her own role model. And then she flipped back to the past and wrote nonsense poetry. So where we left off before this section, the tail end of that piece was, this is the kind of stuff I'm writing. I need to create my own words. What I need to say, what I need to think cannot be done in an existing language. Not that I share my new words with anyone. Some of what I do has normal words in it, like the rhyme / song I wrote for Stephen. Oh, the spoon, oh, the spoon, oh, the spoon is for my baby brother. And the rest is vaguely about a blue spoon, peanut butter, cereal, all the things I eat when Susan's not home. The men and women are fat. Some of them drool and many chew, mouths open in an exaggerated, childish way. Powdered sugar dusts their chins and the fronts of their jackets and shirts. Gerald, Carolyn, and I look at each other. We thought it'd be cool, edgy fun to watch the schizophrenics when they met at the donut shop for their weekly Monday night social or whatever it is, outing from a halfway house. It's not fun. We can't even look at each other. I push back the translucent strips that hold the bus sign in place and take it down. Change how you think about schizophrenia, it says. Ava, Gerald laughs with me. What are you doing? Everyone else at the back of the bus has stopped talking. I turn to Gerald, grinning, but then my vision goes black, except for a small circle in the middle containing Gerald, who looks far away, as if I'm looking through a telescope backwards. He's laughing and laughing. I slump into the seat behind me, dizzy, and look down at the sign in my lap. I thought it'd be funny to steal it, to put it up on a wall in my room. I look back up at Gerald and my vision returns to normal. What was that? Is this? Oh my God. What if it means I'm schizophrenic? I can't tell Gerald. I can't tell anybody what I just saw. Gerald, Carolyn, and I mock schizophrenics. Am I schizophrenic? I smile weakly at Gerald, my heart pounding irregularly. This is our stop, he says, and I get up to follow him. I leave the sign under the seat. For what it's worth, ever since I was 20, whenever schizophrenia is mentioned, I get dizzy, my head aches, and my stomach rolls. Even now, as I type this, my stomach lurches and my brain feels like it's detaching from behind my eyes. I haven't experienced the telescopic vision again, not in regard to the word schizophrenia, anyway. I saw the phenomena once more, about 5 years after this night with Gerald, when a bad boyfriend left me. I didn't know how I was going to live without him. So I went to the dark room at the university where I was studying photography, even though it was 3 a.m, and stayed there, obsessively perfecting pictures I had taken of other men, watching the photos, the pictures coming to life in the chemicals, the men's faces forming, darkening, appearing on the white paper under the red light. 13 hours I spent in that dark room before I felt safe to go home. I don't know what terror I expected. Losing my mind, I guess, though. What that would entail, I can't tell you. At 9 a.m, the young student who worked in the photo department showed up for his shift. He'd never hidden his admiration for me. He worked with me to mix developers, a human alkaline for my caustic mental state. Anyway, those were the only 2 times I saw the telescope, a fallout from stress, according to the Mayo Clinic. That word, schizophrenia. Yeah, there's the vertigo, still. You got to wonder if there's a spectrum for mental health, and if I'm somewhere near the middle, not quite stable, constantly learning how to adjust alkaline and acid, how to properly expose. Erin. I think her name is Erin, a friend of Gerald's, the one who told me about the Salvation Army. She wears sweaters, narrow mini skirts and tights, always in golds, browns, and olives with flat black shoes. She carries a purse with a handle. I mean, not an over-the-shoulder strap, but an actual handle she has to hold onto with her hand. It's impractical, but she's confident and outgoing. She always carries a sketch pad in that purse. I wonder about studying art at Birmingham. Why wouldn't you go to Concord, to the best art school in Canada? Anyway, Erin, or whatever her name is having a Halloween party, and Gerald asked me if I want to go. He gives me the address. A party with art students. I buy an old house dress and practice a lurching, injured walk and vacant stare. I paint dark circles under my eyes, cake myself in dirt, and tease out my hair with baby powder so it's a dry, ratty nest. I rip holes in my dress and in my tights. Perfect. I don't even recognize myself. The night of the party, I take the grubbiest plastic bags from under the kitchen sink out to the building's parking lot and roll them in dirt. I hide my purse and a few beers inside. At the end of Erin, or whatever her name is, block, I start loping down the sidewalk up to her door. I ring the bell and she opens. I tilt my head up to look at her and hold out my hand. The porch is a few inches lower than the doorway. Please help. I draw it out slowly. She stops smiling. Her lower jaw drops. She's not in costume. Shit. Please. I say it again. I'm committed to my act. Enjoy is not the right word for what I feel, but it's fun to be someone else, see how Erin, or whatever her name is, eyes grow bigger. So it looks like they're going to pop. So I drop my act, smile, and say, hi. She laughs nervously. Oh, good one, she says, but I'm not sure she recognizes me. I'm a friend of Gerald's, I say. She brightens. He's not here yet, but come in. Inside, I don't know anyone. I join a couple guys talking animatedly about Rousseau, rummage in my bag for a beer, open it. The guys glance at me, but keep on with their conversation. I look around. There are a few people in costume, a fairy, a teddy bear, an 18th century gentleman. I wander to the food table, most people ignoring me, and I sit by a wall. It's true that Gerald didn't say he was coming for sure, but why did he give me the address then? After an hour, as quietly as possible, I leave. Why are we in Concord for this abuse? I've never seen Gerald look so meek. Like two little children, we sit side by side on a white bench in his older brother's kitchen with its 50s retro style windows, white wainscoting and cheerful yellow paint interrupted by dark, violent, smeary paintings, presumably by Ian or his roommate, Harold. Children's toys painted all one color, matte aqua, matte pink, or matte black, lie about on the black and white tiles. Ian pours us lemonade, odd to be drinking non-alcoholic drinks when with Gerald, before showing us around. He leads us as if we're dirty dogs that somehow got in, and now he has to do this in order to get paid or as part of his rent or something. Harold's room, he says, giving me the briefest, most derisive of glances before opening a door. He watches my face. Harold's room is completely black. The walls and ceiling, the blackout curtains over the window, the tarp over the floor, the futon and bedding in the corner. The only color is an eerie red glow coming from behind a matte black board about 2 feet high and 4 feet wide, mounted on the wall opposite the door. Wow, I blurt. Ian doesn't react, neither does Gerald. Harold, like Ian, is a student at the Concord School of Art. Not just anyone can go there, Ian says. You have to be accepted, and very few are. Philip's creepy, another of Gerald's arty friends say. We're sitting in the cafeteria all nursing styrofoam coffees. I nod and look down. I've been telling them about Philippe, who owns the secondhand clothing store I've been hanging at. Gerald's friend's not wrong. Philippe's clothes that always look slept in, his eyes with their ever-present bags, his greasy hair, his stubble. On the other hand, how many men care about clothes like he does? Not modern ones either, but vintage. Ones he handpicks from God knows where. He's tight-lipped about where he gets his merchandise. He dresses well, sort of. Soft mustard-colored sweaters, cobalt blue-checked shirts that highlight his eyes, red, gold, and silver paisley silk scarves. Everything's rumpled. He's Oscar Wilde and Bukowski. Yeah, Wilde and Bukowski. He hangs out in his shop, smokes hash, and talks to people with the air of someone not trying, merely letting life give him what it has to give. He's no dummy. He has no ambition, but he sells clothes for a living. He's not a philosopher. He's not out to change the world. He travels, When in town, he hangs out at around the block, smoking hash. I'm not looking for the love of my life.